Hello YouTube, Otaku here. We're going to be getting back into page 286 of The Grapes of Wrath. I'll be your personal narrator, and for the next part of this segment, we're going to commence with the eucalyptus inhalation ritual. Go ahead and join me now, please. Clink, clink, clink. Good times. So, a lot of bad things are happening within the midst of this chapter. I hope to God that somebody recognizes and please do something with this family. Please help them, because it's getting worse. Things are falling apart. It's not pretty. If you'd like to learn more about what's happening on this channel, please check out the channel description. Otherwise, please also have your water on standby. These segments do get intense. And, alright. One last clink and we'll get right back in it. I always try to dedicate the first 2 minutes to real personal, audio between me and the viewers. Alright, let's continue. Paul said, Connie wasn't no good. I seen that for a long time. Didn't have no guts, just too big for his overalls. Rosa Sharon got up and went into the tent. She laid on the mattress and rolled over on her stomach and buried her head in the crossed arms. Aww. Wouldn't do no good to catch him, I get. Wouldn't do no good to catch him, I guess, Al said. Paul replied, No, if he ain't no good, we don't want him. Ma looked into the tent, where Rosa Sharon laid on her mattress, and Ma said, Shh, don't say that. Well, he ain't no good, Paul insisted. All the time saying when he was gonna do, never did nothing. I don't want to say nothing while he's here, but now he's ran out? Ma said softly, Shh. Why? For Christ's sake. Why do I gotta shush? He ran out on us, didn't he? Question mark. Ma turned over to the potatoes with her spoon, and the grease boiled and spat. She fed twigs into the fire and the flames laced up and lighted the tent. Ma said, Rosa Sharon's gonna have a little fella, and that baby is half Connie's. It ain't good for a baby to grow up with the folks that say his paw ain't no good. Better lying about it, Paul said. No, it ain't, Ma interrupted. Make out like he's dead. You ain't say no bad things about Connie if he's dead. Tom broke in. Hey, what is this? We ain't sure Connie's gone for good. We got no time for talking. We gotta eat and get on our way. On our way? We just got here. Ma peered at him through the fire-lit darkness. He explained carefully. They're gonna burn the camp tonight. Ma? Now you know I ain't got it in me to stand and see our stuff burn up. Nor Pa, he ain't got it in him. Nor Uncle John. We'll come up with a fine. And I just can't afford to be took in and mugged. I nearly got it today. If the preacher hadn't jumped in, I wouldn't be here. Ma had been turning the frying potatoes in the hot grease. Now she took on her decision. Come on, she cried. Let's eat this stuff. We gotta go on quick then. She set out the 10 plates. Paul said, How about John? Where is Uncle John? Tom said. Pa and Ma were silent for a moment, and then Pa said, He went to go get drunk. Jesus, Tom said. What a time to pick now. Where is he? I don't know. Pa said. Tom stood up. Look, he said. You're all eating and getting the good loaded stuff? I'll go look for Uncle John. He went to the store across the road. Tom walked quickly away. The little cooking fires burned in front of the tents and the shacks, and the light fell onto the faces of the ragged men and women, on crouched children. In a few tents, the lights of kerosene lamps shone through the canvas and placed shadows of people hugely in their cloths. Tom walked up the dusty road and crossed the concrete highway to the little grocery store. He stood in front of the screen door and looked in. The proprietor, a little gray man with an unkempt mustache and watery eyes, leaned on the counter reading a newspaper. His thin arms were bare, and he wore a long white apron. Heaped around in the back room were mounted pyramid walls of canned goods. He looked up when Tom came in, and his eyes narrowed as though he had aimed a shotgun. "Good evening," he said. "Run out of something? Question mark. "Run out of my uncle," said Tom. "Or he ran out or something." The gray man looked puzzled and worried at the same time. He touched the tip of his nose tenderly and wagged it around to stop an itch. "Seems like you people always live with somebody," he said. I don't know why I gave him this accent, but it's amazing. 10 times a... Wait. 10 times a day or more somebody comes in and says, "If you've seen a man and so-and-so and look like so-and-so, will you tell him I went up north? Question mark. Something like that all the time." Tom laughed. "Well, if you see a young man, snot-nosed, named Connie..." Oh, God. Why is he talking about Connie? "Looks a little bit like a coyote. Tell him to go to hell." Damn, Tom, weren't you just fucking advocating for him? "We went south, but he ain't the fella I'm looking for. Did a fella, about 60 years old, black pants, sort of grayish hair, come in here and get some whiskey? Question mark." The eyes of the gray man brightened. "Now he sure did. I'd never seen anything like it. He stood in front and he dropped a hat and stepped on it. Here, I got his hat right here." He brought the dusty, broken hat from under the counter. Tom took it from him. "That's him, all right. Thank yous." "Well, sir, I got a couple pints of whiskey and he didn't say a thing. He pulled the cork and tipped over the bottle. I say, I got a license for you to drink here. I says, look, you can't drink here. You gotta go outside. Well, sir, he just stepped outside the door and I done seen him tilted up the pine more 4 or 5 times till it was empty. He threw it away and leaned on the door. Eyes kind of dull. He says, 'Thank you, sir.' And I went on. I never seen no drinking like that in my life." "Went on? Question mark. Which way?" "I gotta go get him." "Well, it so happens I could tell you. I never seen a drinking and I looked out after him. He went north and there's a car that came along and lighted up and he went down the banks. Lights were beginning to buckle a little bit. I got the other pint open already. He got the other pint open already. I won't be far, not the way he was going." Tom said, "Thank you. I'm just gonna go find him now." "You want to take his hat? Question mark." Yeah, he'll need it. Well, thank you." "What's the matter with him, the gray man asked. "He wasn't taking no pleasure in that drinking." "Oh, he's kind of moody. Well, good night. If you see that sprout Connie, tell him I went south." Yeah, I went really deep with Tom's accent right there. I love this. I got so many people to look out for and tell stuff to. I can't even remember it all. "Don't pull yourself out too much then," Tom said. He went out to the screen door carrying Uncle John's dusty black hat. He crossed the concrete road and walked along the edge of it. Below him in the sunken field, the hoverville laid, and the little fires flickered and the lanterns shone through the tents. Somewhere in the camp a guitar sounded, slow chords, struck without any sequence, practice chords. I don't know, that was my attempt. I'm gonna smoke a little. We're at page Yeah, we're on page 289. We're making good time. Okay. Clink, clink, clink. Smokey, we got it. Yeah. About that life around here. Woo. Damn. Okay. Water check. Don't forget water check. Okay. Let's get back into it. Somewhere a guitar sounded, slow chords struck without any sequence. Practice chords. Tom stopped and listened, and then he moved slowly along the side of the road. Just checking the time. In every few steps, he stopped to listen again. He was gone a quarter of the mile before he heard what he listened for. Down below the embankment, the sound of a thick, tuneless voice singing darkly, D-R-A-B-L-Y. Tom cocked his head to better to hear, and the dull voice sang, I'll give my heart to Jesus, so Jesus take me home. I'll give my soul to Jesus, so Jesus take me home. The song trailed off in a murmur and then stopped. Tom hurried down from the embankment towards the song, and after a while he stopped and listened again, and the voice was close this time. The same slow, tuneless singing. Oh, the night that Mary died, she called me to her side to give me them old red flannel drawers that Mary wore. They was baggy at the knees. Tom moved cautiously forward. He saw the black form sitting on the ground, and he stood near and sat down. Uncle John tilted the pine and liquor gargled down to his neck off the bottle. Tom said quietly, Hey, wait! Where did I come in? Uncle John turned his head. Who are you? I don't know why I give Uncle John that voice. Who are you, huh? Question mark. You forgot me already? You had 4 drinks to my 1. No, Tom, don't try and fool me. I'm all alone here. You ain't been here. Well, I'm sure here now. Ain't about giving me a squirt, huh? Uncle John raised the pint again and the whiskey gargled. He shook the bottle and it was empty. No more, he said. Want to die so bad, want to die awful. Die a little bit, got to, like sleeping. Die a little bit, so tired maybe. Don't even want to wake up no more. Oh, Uncle John, don't talk like this. His voice crooned off. Gonna wear a crown, a golden crown. What the fuck? That was weird. Tom said, Listen to me here, Uncle John. We're gonna move on. You're gonna come along with us, and you're gonna get right to sleep on the load where we're leaving. John shook his head. No. Go on. I ain't going. I'm gonna stay and rest here. I'm no good going back. No good to nobody. Just dragging my sins like little dirty drawers amongst them nice folks. No, I ain't going. Come on, Tom said. We can't go unless you go. Yeah, fuck that. Uncle John, you gotta stick with us. All right along. I ain't no good. Just dragging my sins and dirty little draws on everybody. Is it really how he's talking to John right now? You got me so fucked up, Uncle John. Fuck, it's really how he's talking to Tom right now. It's so fucked up, Uncle John. Alright, let me smoke again. This is like really fucking with me. Uncle Tom, you need to pull your shit together, nigga. Okay. You got no more sinning than anybody else around here, Tom said. John pulled his head close, and he winked one eye wisely. Tom's head, and it was hot and dirty. John brushed his hand away clampsly. Come on, Tom pleaded. Come on now, Uncle John. I ain't going, just tired. I'm gonna rest here, right here. Tom was very close. He put his fist against the point of Uncle John's chin. He made a small practice arch twice for distance, and then, with his shoulder in the swing, he hit the chin of a delicate, perfect blow. Oh shit! He fucking just knocked his Uncle John out. Let's fucking go! Tom's the fucking GOAT! This is why we fuck with him, chat! This is why we fuck with Tom! Fuck. It's like what we need right now. John's chin snapped up and fell backwards. It tried to sit up again, but Tom was kneeling over him, and as John got one elbow up, Tom hit him again. Uncle John laid still on the ground. Oh, shit! This nigga made sure his ass was the fuck out. Bitch, get the fuck on. We're leaving, he said. We're leaving with you, he said. No more motherfucking decisions being made. This nigga just pulled a Rick fucking Grimes. He said, oh my gosh, he was like, you think you can survive out there better on your own? Go. But guess what? You're not going. I am the captain now. Look at me. I am the captain now. And I will fucking sock you in the chin, you fucking motherfucker. Like, let's go on, chat. This is it. This is how the fuck it needs to go sometimes. Tom stood up and bent. He lifted the loose, sagging body and boosted it over his shoulder. He staggered under the loose weight. Alright, just making sure time's good. John's hanging hands tapped him on the back as he went on, slowly puffing up the bank of the highway. Once a car came down and lifted him with the limp man over his shoulder, the car slowed for a moment, and then roared away. Tom was panting when he came back to the Hoverville, down from the road and to the Joe truck. John was coming to. He's struggling weakly. Tom set him down gently on the ground. Camp had been broken while he was gone. Whoa. Al passed the bundles up on the truck. Oh, they broke the camp. So I'm sure whatever they found and used, they just fucking smashed up. And it's life. Okay, anyways. Camp had been broken down while he was gone. Al passed the bundles up on the truck. The tarpaulin laid ready to bind over the load. Al said, he sure got a quick start. Tom apologized. I had to hit him a little and make him come on with us. Poor fella. Did it hurt him? Oh wait, that was Ma talking. Did it hurt him? Ma asked. Don't think so. He was coming out of it by the time he was out. Oh, you fucked up, Tom. Uncle John was weakly sick on the ground. He spasmed, a vomiting came in little gasp. Ma said, I left a plate of potatoes for you, Tom. Tom chuckled. I ain't just in the mood right yet. Yeah, even despite all this, I don't think I'm ready to eat just yet. Maybe when they're on the road, I'll fucking pick a little. Paul called. Alright, Al, stir up the tarp. The truck was loaded and ready. Uncle John had gone to sleep. Tom and Al boosted and put him onto the load while Winefield made a vomiting noise behind the truck. Aw, Winefield. And Ruthie plugged her mouth from her hand to keep from squealing. Alright, Paul said. So, like, is nobody gonna talk about the fucking Winefield just threw up the little kid? Is he okay? Alright, Paul said. Tom asked, where's Rosa Sharon? Over there, Ma said. Come on, Rosa Sharon. We're going. The girl sat still, her chin sunk into her breast. Tom walked over to her. Come on, he said. I ain't going. She did not raise her head. You gotta go, come on. I want Connie. I ain't going till he comes back. 3 cars pulled out of the camp, up to the road of the highway, old cars loaded with the camps of the people. They climbed up to the highway and rolled away, the dim lights glancing along the road. Aw, poor Rosa Sharon. Tom said, Connie will find us. I left word up at the store where we'd be. He will find us. Ma came up and stood beside him. Come on, Rosa Sharon. Come on, honey, please, she said gently, rubbing her back. I want to wait. We can't wait. Ma leaned down and took the girl by the arm and helped her by her feet. He'll find us, Tom said. Don't you worry, he will find us. They walked on over either side of the girl to make sure she did not walk away. Damn. I'm starting to get the little storage icon. That means we got like 5 more minutes to do this one. Smoke a little bit. We're gonna keep going. Hydration check. Make sure you're drinking the water. Alright, let's keep going. He'll find us. Don't worry, he'll find us. They walked on each side of the girl to make sure she didn't walk away. Maybe he went on to go get books to study up, said Rosa Sharon, staring up. Maybe he was going to surprise us, Ma said. Maybe that's just what he's done. They led her to the truck and helped her up on top of the load. She crawled under the tarpaulin and disappeared under the small cave. At least she's trying to hold out hope. Now the bearded man from the weed shack came timidly to the truck. He waited about, his hands clenched behind his back. You gonna leave any of the stuff for a fella could use? He asked at last. Paul said, Can't think of nothing. We ain't got nothing to leave. Tom asked, Ain't you getting out too? Question mark. For a long time the bearded man stared at him. No, he said at last. But they'll burn us out. Or die trying. Oh, shit. Some people ain't leaving. Some people are saying, fuck the government. I will die for this land. Even though it's not mine. The unsteadied eyes dropped to the ground. I know. They'd done it before. Oh, shit. Well, why the hell don't you just get out? Question mark, Tom said. The bewildered eyes looked up for a moment and then down again, and the dying firelight was reflected redly. I don't know. It takes so long to get stuff together, He trailed off. You won't have nothing if they burn you out. I know. You ain't leaving nothing a fella could use, at least? Question mark. Lean out. Slick, said Paul. The bearded man vaguely wandered away. My bad. What's the matter with him? Question mark. Paul demanded. Cop happy, said Tom. Fella was saying he's bold simple. Been beat over the head a little too much. A second little caravan drove past the camp and climbed onto the road and moved along. 2 more minutes, Chad. Come on, Paul. Let's go. Look on here, Paul. You and me, and Al, ride onto that seat. Ma, you get onto the load. No? Ma, you ride in the middle. Al. Tom reached under the seat and brought out a big monkey wrench. Al, you get up from behind. Take this here, just in case. If anybody tries to climb up, let them have it. Al took the wrench and climbed up the back. Oh, fuck, Tom's smart. He's like, hey, on top of everything else, we might need somebody on protection duty. Al took the wrench and climbed up the backboard, and he settled himself cross-legged. The wrench in his hand, Tom pulled the iron jack handle from under the seat and laid it on the floor, under the brake pedal. All right, he said. Get in the middle, Ma. Paul said, I ain't got nothing in my hand. You can reach over and get the jack handle, said Tom. I hope to Jesus you don't need to, though. He stepped onto the solder, and the clutching flywheel turned over. The engine caught and died, and caught again. Tom turned over the lights and moved over to the camp in low gear. The dim lights flickered and the road nervously. The dim lights fingered the road nervously. Ugh. They climbed up to the highway and turned south. Tom said, There'll come a time when a man gets mad. Ma broke in. Tom, you told me. You promised me. You wasn't like that. You promised. I know, Ma. I'm a-trying. But them deputies? Haven't you ever seen a deputy that didn't have a fat ass? Question mark. And then they waggled their ass and flopped on their gun and flopped on the ground. Ma, he said, if it was the law that was working with, why, we could take 'em. But it ain't that law. There's a law always at our spirit. They're trying to make us cringe and crawl like a whipped bitch. Okay, we gotta stop here. Page 293. Thank you, Chad. Thank you so much for being here. If I could help and get away with it. Okay, Gabe. Take care.